Sikander Lodhi was one of the most important rulers of the Delhi Sultanate and a key figure in medieval Indian history. His reign marked the consolidation of power, administrative reforms, and the flourishing of art, architecture, and most importantly coinage. One such remarkable example is the Sikander Lodhi billon One Tanka, weighing approximately 8.85 grams. Known in the numismatic world as F559.5, this coin is a piece of living history, taking us back over 500 years. Let's take a deeper look into who Sikander Lodhi was and why his coins, especially this billon Tanka, holds such value, both historically and in the collector's market. Sikander Lodhi, born as Nizam Khan, was the son of Billon Lodhi, the founder of the Lodhi dynasty. He came to the throne in 1489 AD and ruled until 1517 AD. As a ruler, he was known for his intelligence, administrative capabilities, and efforts to strengthen the Sultanate. His capital was in Delhi, and he took serious steps to promote economic stability and religious orthodoxy during his reign. Now, turning our attention to the coin itself, this particular tanka is made of billon, which is an alloy of silver and base metals. This composition was common in medieval Indian coinage, allowing rulers to mint coins in large quantities while preserving some silver content. The weight of this coin, 8.85 grams, is consistent with the standard weight used for tankas during Sikander Lodhi's reign. The obverse and reverse of this tanka feature inscriptions in Arabic, showcasing Islamic calligraphy and reflecting the religious and political authority of the Sultan. The script is beautiful, with intricate curves and lines, despite being over 5 centuries old. On one side, we typically find the name of the Sultan, Sikander Shah bin Bal Shah, clearly indicating his lineage. This was important in legitimizing his claim to the throne and reinforcing the continuity of Lodhi rule. On the other side, you'll often find religious inscriptions, usually declaring the Kalima, or the Islamic declaration of faith. Sometimes, there are invocations of the greatness of Allah or blessings for the Prophet Muhammad, which was common in coinage of Islamic rulers. These inscriptions were not just decorative, they were statements of both faith and authority. This particular variety, labeled as F559.5 in numismatic catalogs, is classified based on slight differences in script style, alignment, and mint marks. Each small difference can make a big change in the rarity and value of the coin. Collectors look at these distinctions closely. Sikander Lodhi's tankas are also notable because they show the continued evolution of coin design under the Lodhi dynasty. Compared to the earlier coins of Billon Lodhi, Sikander's coins are more refined, and the calligraphy is often cleaner. This shows improvements in minting technology and perhaps even the influence of Persian artists and calligraphers in his court. But coins are not just about metal and design, they're also about economy and society. Sikander Lodhi used these tankas for trade, tax collection, and payment of soldiers and officials. They were a vital part of everyday life, circulating in cities and villages throughout North India. The wide use of those coins also tells us about the economy of the time. It was relatively stable, with agriculture, crafts, and trade supporting the empire's needs. What's fascinating is that a single coin like this can tell us so much about history. Holding a tanka of Sikander Lodhi is like holding a message from the 15th century. You can see the ruler's name, feel the weight of his empire, and imagine how many hands this coin might have passed through at traders, farmers, soldiers, merchants, and tax collectors. In today's world, this coin holds incredible value for numismatists and history lovers. While its monetary value in metal might be small, its value as a collectible is much higher, especially if the condition is good and the inscriptions are readable. Some well-preserved tankas can fetch impressive prices in auctions and private collections. Even damaged or worn-out examples are respected for their historical significance. Coins like the Sikander Lodhi Tanka are also used for academic studies. Historians, archaeologists, and researchers analyze them to understand trade routes, economic systems, and the spread of Islamic influence in India. The coin becomes a source of data who ruled, when they ruled, and how strong their authority was in a given region. Another interesting thing about this billon tanka is its role in connecting India's numismatic tradition with the Islamic world. The script and religious phrases link it to Persian, Arabic, and Central Asian traditions, while the coins used in economic context tie it firmly to Indian soil. It's a perfect example of how cultures merged in medieval India. Over 500 years later, this single coin still survives. Though the Lodhi dynasty eventually fell to Babur and the Mughal Empire began, the coins remain. They remind us of a time when Delhi was ruled by kings who issued these beautiful pieces of metal to govern and unify a diverse land. If you ever come across a coin like these, especially one that matches the details of the F559.5 variety, take a moment to look at it closely. Feel its weight, study the script, think about the people who used it and the ruler who issued it. You're not just looking at an old coin, you're holding a part of India's rich and powerful history. And that's the magic of numismatics.